1, 2, 3, 4. Hey friend, John McLennan here, and in this video I want to share with you how I play the guitar solo to All Along the Watchtower as recorded by Jimi Hendrix. Now, this song was originally written by Bob Dylan, and I have another lesson on my channel breaking down the rhythm and the opening solo. In this video, we're going to take a look at the second solo, and there's just so much great guitar work on this song to break down. So let's get straight into it here. Now, I am tuned down a half step, and the first solo after the first verse starts off like this. And we use these classic Jimi Hendrix, I call these unison bends. We're gonna play the 12th fret on the second string and then the 9th fret on the first string. And what we're gonna do is try and keep the 9 there on the first string and then bend up that 12th fret on the second string. But we're gonna play the 2 strings together. So we get this little rub of the notes really kind of being out of tune, and then you're trying to bend them into unison, meaning the same note. So this B note goes up to C sharp, and then this is a C sharp here on the 9th fret. Again, of course, I'm tuned down a half step, but you get the idea. So you do that, 1, 2, 3, then after the third time, you bring it back down, play the 9th fret of the second string, and then do another unison bend, this time on the 11th fret of the third string and the 9th fret of the second string. We're gonna bend up that third string. So, again, some classic moves, and Jimi would use these in so many of his songs. Now I'm gonna break the rest of this solo down for you note for note, but before we go any further, if you're new to the channel, I wanna give you a gift right away that's really gonna help you learn this solo faster and be able to improvise your own solos as well. And what it is my fretboard guide. I put together this awesome PDF guide that shows you the 5 chords and scales that you need to know to map out your entire fretboard. And I used to feel really confused when I looked down at the neck until I understood this simple system. And what it is it groups together the chords, the scales, and the arpeggios anywhere on the neck. And I want to give this to you completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide or click the first link down below as my gift to you. All right, so after this first lick, then we go, and we move up to the next sort of position here of our pentatonic. So this would be the C sharp minor pentatonic here, and then Jimi goes 11 on the 4th string, 9 on the 3rd string, then 11, slide up to 13, 12 on the 2nd string, 14 bend. So, and notice how I use a slide there to get up to the next position here, which would be the next pentatonic pattern. So then you release it down. It's like a pre-bend. Release it down to 12, do a pull off, and then bend 14 again. So, and Jimi always had, whenever he was bending a note, he would add this vibrato that just had a really psychedelic, amazing sound to it. So, and then he goes even higher. And this is, instead of a whole step bend, he goes a step and a half. So it's that 14 going all the way up to 17. And then you come down. So here's higher. So it's like up and then down and then up and then holding it. Then 12, 14. Then you skip down to 12 with the ring finger. So, okay, that's 12 bend and then natural. So. And then we go into some more juicy pentatonic here. We're back down in that sort of home position here based off the 9th fret or 9th position. We slide into 11 on the 4th string, then 9 on the 3rd string, 11 bend, then play 9 on the 2nd string and 9 on the 1st string. So, then 12 on the 2nd string. That's a whole step bend there. Then he does this quick lick here. And this gets real bluesy. I love this part here. You start on the 1st string and you go 9, then go to the 2nd string, 12, 9, then bend 11 on the 3rd string. Do this same kind of launching point. I call this the launching point lick. Bend up 11, then 9 on the 2nd string, 9 on the 1st string, then 12, 9. So, and then here he gets real bluesy. So that's 12, 11, 9 on the 3rd string. Then 11 on the 4th string. Notice I'm using my middle finger there so I can get my ring right underneath and bending up 11 and then 9. So and then Jimmy goes and just slides it up and then sort of throws it away. It's just a cool little ending there. So backing up. So add that one to your pentatonic or blues box. You know, if someone just showed me and said, hey, John, here's a scale, you know, learn the blues scale. I wouldn't just a few minutes later go, oh yeah, well, let me make up my own lick. I wouldn't come up with something that cool. And that's why it's so important to study the greats and really steal their licks and build up your own vocabulary using what I call the language of the music, which is really what we're learning right now. We're going note by note and just like going into the trenches of this solo and pulling out the golden nuggets. So let's put it all together now. I'm gonna play this from the top. We'll start with those unison bends. Get set, and I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4. So steal some of those classic Jimi Hendrix style licks and add them to your soloing vocabulary. And to help you work this out anywhere on the neck and help you connect everything that we're talking about, the chords, the scales, the arpeggios, so you can jam along to your favorite recordings or play your own unforgettable guitar solos, grab my fretboard guide. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide or click the first link down below and you can get this completely for free as my gift to you. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and for more Jimi Hendrix, check out this video next.